Good afternoon, everybody. Make sure the sounds are good. All right. This is Mike from Loganinflight, sitting here at a different location. This is sort of my my third choice. I just scoped it out last week. Not Terminal B, not even really central parking. We are up on top of the Hilton parking garage, which is part of central parking, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. But our view here is a little bit different today. I'll pan around. We don't have all the close-ups that we can see from here, but this is all that was left. This is where I am, so we're gonna have some fun here. All right, we got some sounds here. Make sure everything's working right. Cool. So people here, we got Jeff out there. What else we got out here? We got Chai from New Hampshire. What's up? Jeff, Cece. All right. Robert. So how you guys doing? This is a different location. Let me actually switch to this camera here. This has a wider lens. And you can see where we are. Central parking is right there in front of us. Apparently my camera is crooked as well. I gotta fix that. There we go. And we're looking around over central parking. There's my camera. So a little bit far away, but at the same time, we're close to places that we're not used to seeing. So it's a little bit different, but it sounds like it's gonna be fun though. All right. How's everybody doing here? What else we got here? We got there we go. Jean-Michel, how you doing? Good evening. Joshua, what's up? All right, one good thing about this location is we do get the arrivals from a very far away. So here is the control tower that we always see the side of. We got a Delta out there. I have to zoom into these things. So we can see they are using runways 9, the light blue, and they're landing on yellow and orange on 4. So if I pan around over here, let me see where that is, over the 4th monster. That is, I believe that's Hunan Airlines in the distance there. Making the final turn for I believe it's 4 right. Let me get this zoomed in here a little bit. Get the focus, I mean, I should get it. All right, there we go. So we should be all set now to get things moved in correctly. So it's a totally different location than I'm used to. But it's still a lot of fun. All right, so that is Delta coming in from San Juan. That's going from right to left. And behind that actually is American Airlines coming in from London Heathrow. So we'll be able to see these things from a far away distance. And taking off on 9, we have United Airlines heading to Denver. So yeah, tell me if you like this angle at all. I didn't have much choice tonight. We do have access to some of the international stuff here. Aer Lingus, Air Portugal is on the side here. We'll be able to see Lufthansa. The Queen is here somewhere as well. But our next arrival coming in here is Delta. An A321 Neo coming in from San Juan. All right, something's wrong with the focus here. Let me get the focus going here. All right. So there are some obstructions in play here. On my way in, they were actually taking off on 2-2, which would have been perfect for here. I got about 5 minutes out and they changed runways on me. All right, here is American coming in from London Heathrow. All right, we got Charlie here throwing some history up here. Let's go. All right. Yeah, let me know if it's choppy at all or if it's breaking up. And I'll keep streaming anyways. Coming in from London Heathrow. All right, next taking off, we have a Southwest heading to Baltimore, where Pensy Plains was playing today. I think they still might be out there playing. If you get a chance to hop onto his stream, Pensy Plains. He's usually out of Philadelphia, Baltimore. He goes out to DC sometimes. Yeah, some obstructions here, unfortunately. We'll get the takeoffs. I just had a stream today. Almost didn't care where I streamed from. So how you guys doing? This is Mike, Logan in Flight, sitting here on top of a garage at Logan Airport. It's near Central Parking, but we're at Logan International Airport in Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you guys for stopping in, having some fun here with me. Let me just check. I got a notification on my phone. Where was that? I just saw something. What's the activity? All right. So thanks, Chris, for the PayPal. It's always great for coffee and everything after the show. Thank you so much. Muchly appreciated. Muchly appreciated. But yes, this is a unique location. Just having some fun here. Had a long day at work, a little bit stressful, so I figured I needed some therapy, so that's why I'm out here right now. I'll have to see if the control tower calls me and send security up here. We'll find out. So we'll go from there. All right, let's get back out here to the stuff and see what's going on. We have Avianca lined up on 9. That's heading back to San Salvador. Going through the legs of the control tower. Then we got a little block here. See it go through there, and we'll see it take off. So the good things we can see the end of runways 22 or end of 44 in this case here. And if I swing all the way around here, can actually see over there, you can see the jets. That's where the flex jets and the exec jets all park. Keep going. There's a cutter that's been here for a while. And something we don't usually see at nighttime is the tail of a Emirates. Lufthansa is over there somewhere. Also have DHL there in the distance. So there's all kinds of fun over there. I'll keep an eye on the radar too to make sure I catch any backroom operations coming through. All right, next up we have Delta coming in from Aruba. An A321neo, flight 1761. Not the best landing view, but like I said, when I was on the way here, they were landing opposite direction, which was beautiful. Then they decided to change it on me. And literally all the spots that I usually go to, there was no spots at all. Is that 777 coming from London? All right, let's get to the chat here real quick. Robert Webb, what size zoom lens? It's a 600 millimeter at the most, which is pretty cool. Let me see what else we got here. What else is on here? Charlie. Janice, did I hear about the Coyote? Oh, I didn't hear about that. Furious Gamer from Birmingham, UK. All right. Jay Ruda, how you doing? You have this Delta here taking off to Detroit. An A321neo 1432. And we have Hainan Airlines coming in. Didn't even see that. Coming in from Peking. Sorry, Beijing. Sorry. And we have a private jet landing on 4 left. I didn't see what that one was. It's a Gulfstream. Oh, and we can still hear the Logan whales from up here. All right. Some things just don't change. Hey, how you doing? Everything feels pretty good up here. All right, we have a Delta taking off at E-175, heading to Milwaukee. If I can find it, there it is. That flag there is a deep hole driller. I was banging away when I got here. Mallory, how you doing? Good evening. Albert and Jane, how are you? We have a JetBlue coming in from Louisville. And we have a JetBlue that came on the left. So we have an American. Just came in from Louisville. The JetBlue came in from DC. Like I say, it's all different perspectives here, so I'm trying to get my bearing. All right, United Airlines heading to Houston, taking off on runway 9. Where I am, I'm very visible, so I'm sure I'll get plenty of security checks coming up here as well. Zoom this guy out a little bit. We've got a lot of action going on down the end here. Hey, thanks very much. Yeah, hit that like button. It's the best way for me to know you're out here. And we got Delta coming in from LaGuardia. Flight 5727 and E175. So we got down here, we still have Hanan coming around the corner down the end here. Around that little monster of a machine out there. All right, next I'm in. Oh, double trouble. Here we come. The one closest to us is closest to us, American Airlines coming in from Miami, and Delta coming in from Denver, an A321neo, flight 499. Might just leave this camera on the entire time. We got doubles coming in now. All right, next coming in, we have a JetBlue coming in from Fort Myers. So sometimes I reference UMass, and that is currently over UMass right now. It should be here in a second. No cruise ships in port tonight. I didn't see any, I don't think there's any cargo ships in there. Spectral Whispers, how you doing? Good evening. I think we've got a Cape Air taking off on 4 left. There's a way down there somewhere. There it is. All right, that Cape Air was heading to somewhere. Where is it here? Sarnac Lake. All right. Next coming in is Air France, an A350-900, coming in from Paris. Flight 334. And behind us we have doubles. We have a Delta and United Airlines. I'll get to that after we get this coming in. All right. All right, we got Aer Lingus on the way in, it looks like here. All right. So coming in now, we have double trouble. Like I said, a Delta coming in from, what's this guy coming from? San Antonio. And the United Airlines coming in from Newark. United's on the right, Delta's on the left. So they're just about over Paradise Bay at Castle Island. This is behind those monsters that load up the cargo ships there. I will stick with the one on the left because we'll see that one. Oh, there's the other one. I'm like, hey, that plane moved fast. And that's that. Oh, United. Sorry, United. United moved fast. All right, got Aer Lingus coming in next. An A321neo, flight 135, coming in from Shannon. I know, Sunday, the A380s come back. The official sign of Logan springtime. All right, where's that Aer Lingus? It's here somewhere. If it's lagging, I'm sorry, or maybe lagging, or if it's sketchy, I'm sorry. I'm just didn't test the cell signal around here. Well, we'll see what happens. Here is Aer Lingus coming in from Shannon. A lot of wobble going on there. All right, they made it. So we got Air France way down the end. That's where, that's like 22, that's November. Down the end where the 22 right takes off, that's who they wait to take off there. But definitely got a clearer view of them from here. Yeah, if it's lagging, let me know. The problem with the new location. I am recording this separately, so if it does get spotty and stuff, I will republish it with a more better feed. All right, here's American Airlines coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth, flight 1148. Get security driving beneath me here looking up at me, so I'm sure we're going to get somebody up here. There we got Air France and Aer Lingus out there. Cool. Betsy, how you doing? Good evening. Is anyone moving in the back room here? Nothing in the back room. So how you guys doing? This is Mike, Logan and Flight here on top of some parking garage near Central Parking. Just having some fun out here. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope this is not lagging too much or anything. The cell signal was about double for what I'm broadcasting, so I'm sure it may go up and down a little bit. But hopefully everything will keep happy as the night goes on. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. That's the best way you'll find me out here. Especially like a show like tonight tonight was not a super planned show. It was a necessity show for me. I needed to get out here and have some fun. So that's why I'm out here. And yeah, we've also got a store. You can get Logan and Flight merch. If you use Logan 10, you get 10% off your entire purchase. We have a Discord site. You can, with multiple channels in there, so you can chat in there when we're not streaming. And what else we got? We got PayPal, we got Instagram, all that kind of stuff. And we got incredible mods. So got everything you need right here. Don't know why you'd go anywhere else. Just kidding. All right, next coming in, we have Southwest coming in from Chicago Midway. 1740 flight number. All right, next taking off, we have an exec jet heading to Teterboro. Looks like we have an American Airlines lining up on 4 right. Heading to Phoenix. Let me get that out there. There it is. Something you also don't see from this any location really is the takeoffs of on 4 right. Why am I in a different location today? Because there was nothing available where I usually stream from. I like to get a spot, at least not even a place to park my car, just an open spot next to the wall. And there was nothing. I'd come up here last week just to check it out. I think it was a viable option, and yeah, it's not that bad. Like I said, when I was coming here, they were taking off on 22, which is opposite what this plane is doing, which would have been spectacular. But hey, gotta deal with what you got. All right, what we got here? Next taking off, we have a Delta. I think, oh, coming in, sorry, Delta coming in from Chicago. Got that nice blue water out there today. Taking a while for the sound to get to us. I have American, an A319. It came from Reagan, so we assume it's going back to Reagan. But this is just a beautiful day here today. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right, next taking off is Delta heading to Reagan. So all the planes that are landing are actually flying overhead. If I can get it up there, where is it? There it is. On the downwind, and they swoop down south, and then they take a U and come on in. All right, who is next coming in? JetBlue coming in from Bozeman. There could be one out back here, or over in the Delta area. I can see FedEx, but I can't see Delta's gates. I'll show you guys that in a second once we get this JetBlue coming in. Yeah, it is beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. All right, they made it. We have American Airlines taking off, heading to Philly. A Philly special. Heading down to Scott, down in Pensy Plains there. I think he's in, is he in Baltimore today? But still a Philly special. Flight 4379. There we go. It's taking a while to take off, too. All right. So just real quick, I can just another little tour here. So usually over there is where I set up for this on parking garage C, next to that fence. There are no spots there. My main place is over there near those red panels, so you can't even see it from here, but you can't see where it is. We got over here. We have, there's a big Delta. This could be the Delta you're talking about, the 757. That's parked sort of away from everything. It's just beyond the FedEx terminal, which is right there. And if we keep going around, you can see American, another FedEx plane. You keep going around, it's over where Delta and American Airlines are all parked over there. So just a little tour. I just had a little exec jet come in. Call it exec jet because I'm not really sure what it is at first. It's a Gulfstream G650. And we have a Gulfstream G500 taking off. If I can find it. Where'd it go? Oh, it's already flying away. Oh, there it is. If I see one, I gotta make sure I at least get it on camera. So no traffic tonight, which is good. That'll keep everybody happy. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Next coming in is a JetBlue coming in from St. Martin. I was watching a stream this morning from St. Martin. Pretty cool to watch that, seeing the planes come right over the beach. It's pretty neat. Maybe the one that's coming in now was the one I watched earlier today. You never know. Yeah, it's cool seeing some of the international. That's still in Terminal C. They still park there. Next coming is that JetBlue from St. Martin. Hey mods, is the video very, very choppy? Is it worth going on, or should I? It's flight 1978 from St. Martin, A321neo. That must be going up and down. It happens. Just looking over behind me at the international terminal to see if anything's coming out yet. Nothing yet. All right, next taking off, we have a exec jet. Supposed to be an exec jet taking off, heading to, came from light planes. Let's leave. Maybe not. Ah, there it goes. They're on a different frequency. So when they're using like 3 runways, they use multiple frequencies for different runways. 128.8 is what we're listening to. And there's also a 132.2, 132.22, which is the other runways. Yeah, it's not as good as the usual spot as far as frequency, because as far as cell service, because I'm right next to the towers in the other spot. Remind me why you're still at work, huh? Under 1 likes. All right. Thank you guys so much. Even though it's not the best, sounds like it's a little skippy in the quality here, but hey. Thank you guys so much. All the likes. I love it. Next time I'll hopefully be close to a regular spot here. Oh, we got JetBlue taking off. It is the New York Fire Department, special livery. Where did it go? There it is. I think I saw that landing as I was coming in today. Fire Department of New York. Yeah, Logan is a hub of JetBlue. I don't think it's not the hub, but it's a hub. We got coming in here. Boutique Air. Probably landing on 4 left. Behind the cars. And then we'll pull into the alley. I don't think I'm going to see it until it comes out here next to the Cape Air. Where are we? There it is. All right, is that JetBlue taking off? Fire department? Where is it? There it is. Heading to Nashville. All right, that's out of here. All right, next coming in is a Porter coming in from Ottawa. That's landing on 4 left. We got some whale sounds going on still. All right. So the wheels are still in play. All right, what time is it? 5:37. The Queen should be coming out sometime. I believe she's still here. I think she's due to come out around 5:30 or so, but we will see. Oh, looks like, did they change runways or what's going on here? So if I look to the left here, I didn't hear the call. I see planes heading up to 22. So the wind is blowing in the direction for 22 to be active all day. I'm not sure why they changed it. So we have an Air Canada coming in from, I believe, Toronto. This may be the last plane coming this direction. Let me just check the radar. Looks like they're changing the runways again. Yep, there we go. 22 right, taking off. Sweet. So they're going to be taking off on the orange from top right to the bottom left. And bigger planes will take off from 22, the yellow. Some planes may take off from 15R, the purple. And I think that's what they're going to do for the rest of the night, I hope. This is what I was hoping for. All right, get this JetBlue down here. It's going to be heading to Buffalo in A320, flight 6415. Yeah, JetBlue definitely has all the good liveries. I love that. What would JetBlue do without them? All right, now they've changed the game on me. Let's figure out how this game plays. And then it's clear sound the rest of the way. I like this direction much better. Much, much better. And we could see them forever. Or mostly. That's cool. All right. This is a whole different game now. We've got a Cape Air heading to Augusta. I can find it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. All right, next taking off, we have a Delta heading to Baltimore, Washington International. Whole new game now. 2-2s are in play. So that's pretty cool. So they'll be swinging the planes around. They'll be landing on 2-2 left. So we'll get the full approach of planes coming in. And we can see the full exit of planes coming out of here. This is pretty cool. This is the right way for this runway to be set up for this location here. It's always a game, you know. You keep it fun, you know. I can be down the parking garages and be everywhere, really close, but this is pretty cool being up here. This is a new location. It's new for me. Keeps it fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, do all those fun YouTube-y things. If they change the frequencies, I might change the frequencies here as well. All right, so the frequencies they're using are for takeoffs. We'll see what happens with arrivals if they change that up. We're at no terminal right now. So right now we're on top of the furthest point back on central parking. It's pretty much the Hilton Hotel parking garage. It's still part of central parking because there was no room anywhere else. tower is in play. Boom, control tower. And like I said, we can see forever in this direction. There's the ground. Yeah, we can just keep going and 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 going. All right, Lufthansa is behind the scenes. Fired up its APU. We do have American Airlines here, heading to Chicago. And heck, while we have it, look at all these planes out here. You know what that means? That looks like a Congo of planes. Which we could probably do all night long with this view. Heading to Chicago. Some of the heavier planes will not make the building in front of us there. But most of them should be fine. Americans seem to not always make it, the 737s. That's most of their fleet there. All right. Yeah, so there's the control tower. There's Terminal C parking. There's a nice blue ocean and water, the Logan Lagoon out there. And the wind kicking up. Hey Sam, how you doing? All right. All right, next taking off is Delta and A321neo heading to San Francisco. Here's another one that might not make the building. It's probably loaded with fuel. Just about made it. Hey, let me know in the chat if you like this location, especially in this configuration of runways. I might add this to the list. This is pretty cool. I'm enjoying it here because if you're actually here looking around, it is spectacular. I mean, looking down, all the water down here, going on for miles. Hey Reed, how you doing? Thank you so much. Yeah, I 100% agree. It is beautiful here. All the water down there, it's so nice. So I ordered that for the show, just to make sure the show would have, you know, a nice ambiance around it, you know? Yeah, as long as the cell signal keeps going, it should be good. We'll see what happens. This is a... Next coming taking off is a Bombardier Challenger heading to Atlanta. An exec jet, there it goes. I haven't checked the rivals yet. I don't see any yet, but doesn't mean they're not on their way. If there isn't any lagging or anything, I will be reposting this. I'll make an executive decision after I check the tapes. All right, next taking off is a Bombardier Challenger 300 going to parts unknown. right through the head. Our next taking off is a Cape Air heading to Martha's Vineyard. I think I see our first arrival here. It's got my attention. It's PAL Airlines. I gotta get this one. There it is, coming in from Halifax. We have Mark in the chat. I don't think he's on right now. He's a pilot for this. He could be in this plane. Who knows? If he is flying this plane, I gotta get it. If he's not flying this plane, he can talk to his friends and say, hey, you were at Logan. Nice landing, all right. Must have been Mark flying, a beautiful landing. Oh, I didn't even see Lufthansa, wow. All right. Next taking off is Delta, flight 476, heading to Atlanta, an A321. But before that takes off, you may see the nose of a queen. There she is. She'll be heading out to the, probably choo-choo left. Look at this Delta first, though. All right, that Delta's up. Sorry. Get the queen over here, you know? We gotta get the queen. Behind that, we have a JetBlue coming in from Las Vegas, flight 1478. Yeah, but I'm agreeing with this. This is pretty cool for 2-2s. John M, pow, 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 exactly. All right, the Queen's heading out there. We have JetBlue heading to San Juan. Flight 161 and A320. There's also an Alaska Airlines West Coast Wonders, I think it's called. It's here. It pulled in when I got here. It's parked at the gate. That should be leaving. We'll see it. But I was hoping to get Terminal B parking so we could see it really close. But, you know, hey, I can dream. Next coming in is American, coming in from Chicago, E175. All right. Just noticed this Coast Guard ship out there, out in Boston Harbor. And next taking off is a JetBlue heading to Philly. A Philly special. There it is. A220, flight 6859. So we have a Delta arriving from LaGuardia. And we have an American taking off, heading to Charlotte, flight 2033. Leaving all the friends behind. Also have an American Airlines coming in. Should get side-by-side screens going here. I gotta set that up next time. American coming in is coming from Charlotte. This one's taking off going to Charlotte. Flight 1120 and A321. All right, next taking off, we have Delta heading to JFK. So we get Lufthansa clear for takeoff, and we have a Southwest coming in here from Austin. And we got Lufthansa. We got to get Lufthansa. That'll definitely go through the buildings. That's heading back to Frankfurt, flight 432. Lufthansa is out of here. All right, looks like we have Iberia heading out there. Not sure what this is. Coming from Teterboro. Assault Falcon. Probably saying that wrong, but hey. Still see Lufthansa flying away here, trying to escape. All right, we'll say she's out of here. Although we'll probably be able to see her halfway across the Atlantic Ocean. Here's Alaska Airlines heading to San Diego. (737) 800. Flight 389. Next coming in is a Delta 737-900 coming in from Nassau. Oh, is that Twilight? Is that what he said? Bombardier Challenger, parts unknown. Who knows? That could be someone on there famous. You never know. Okay, we got this Aer Lingus here, backed up. It's should be heading to Dublin. Here in American Airlines, somewhere around here. Must be it over there. Yeah, 777. I think they're just repositioning him. Heading to Teterboro. Yeah, a lot of private jets today. All right, what we got going on down here? Next taking off is a Cape Air heading to Lebanon. Technum 2012. All right, next to arrive is American Airlines coming in from Philly, an A320. Philly special. Also have a Delta taking off on 4 right, heading to San Diego. Keep my eye on this Delta that's coming down the runway here. All right. See on this one on the left there, we got that 777 American. It came in from London Heathrow. It's going to head over to the gate to load back up. They don't need it at the E terminal. They can bring it over to American and you can load up that way. We have Iberia lined up on 4 left. We have an American Airlines coming in from Buffalo, an E175, like 4068. We'll see who moves first. American landing first. All right, we'll get the American and we'll get Iberia if it starts moving. They made it around, and we have an area. All right. Whoops, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. There we go. Ah. How you guys doing? This is Mike, Logan in Flight, sitting here on top of a garage somewhere at Logan Airport, having some fun here. It's off central parking, but you know, hey, that's where we are. Hope you're enjoying this. Hit that like button, turn on notifications. The best way you're gonna find me out here. See if I can get this. Got a Cape Air coming in, and we should have a United Airlines taking off, heading to San Francisco. I hope you're enjoying this. Yeah, just all those YouTubey things. We have memberships as well. You can do super chats, all that kind of fun stuff. We have a store, Logan and Flight. You can get the links off of loganinflight.com or the YouTube channel. All kinds of clothing and apparel. If you use Logan 10, you get 10% off the entire purchase. We got a Discord site that's, you can talk during the week about anything aviation. Post pictures if you have some pictures, even backyard pictures, which are great. Planes flying over your house, all stuff like that. Feel free to post them out there. And yeah, just enjoy it. All right, next we have a JetBlue taking off the JFK in A220. Going right by Aer Lingus. Gonna clear the tower. Came close. Oh, you can see the Spirit Airlines coming. Holy macaroni. That's what I'm gonna miss. Having the Spirit Airlines parked right in front of us. Too busy watching takeoffs, so didn't get the Spirit. And there it is right there. All right, we'll get a little bit of it, and it's going to disappear behind the building probably. We'll not see it again until it comes back out. All right, next coming in is a Delta, and then we have a Delta coming in from Ottawa. Flight 8844. Is that a sports team of some sort? That seems like a charter flight. Next taking off is American Airlines, heading to Chicago. Flight 3711, E175. Really hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope the signal has worked its way out as night gets later and later. If it looks too choppy later on, I'll post the video because I do save it locally, without cell phone dependency. All right, here's Delta Flight 5647 coming in from Savannah. And we got a JetBlue taking off, heading to Las Vegas. Flight 2577. Huh. There's a flight 777, but 2577 is 2 plus 5, 7. So it's a 777 to a math major. All right, here's flight 2577, the secret Vegas flight. then we have that Delta with a 8,000 flight number, which I think is usually a charter of some sort. Coming in from Ottawa. (757-200), flight 8844. Another one of those flights with a 8844, another 8. It's a a secret 888. We got JetBlue taking off. We'll stick with the Delta. All right, next taking off, we have Shamrock. Clear for takeoff, heading to Dublin, A321neo. Flight, what is flight number? 132. Yeah, it could be maintenance, not a sports team. You know, anytime you see those 8,000, 9,000 numbers, there's something special about them, either reposition or something. Adamir, how you doing? Next arrival is a Delta coming in from JFK, flight 5798. An American. Where'd that go? Jeez. That jumped right up over the tower. First one all the way up there, heading to Columbus in E175. That gets special highlights because it made it over the tower. That's crazy. All right, next coming in is JetBlue from Aruba. Flight 474 in A321. We got Southwest taking off on 22 right, flight 1031. That's going to be heading to St. Louis. It is getting windy up here. I'm at one of the highest points I think I can be at. Besides the tower. All right, so Delta 8844 is a ferry call sign. All right. It's American coming in from Reagan, NA319, flight 2926. All right, we got a bunch of planes heading out to the 22s. Just looking around, see if I can see anything around here. Just to give you guys a glimpse of where we are. If I zing this all the way around. You got cars. There's the Boston skyline behind us. Anything else is out here? Another building. That's the Hilton Hotel right there. To zing around the other way too. But first we have Southwest coming in from Baltimore. This location will be great in the summertime when they get the cruise ships out here. Sorry, that's the view I have right now. That's what we call it, the big robot. Looks like a giant robot from back in the days in the early 80s, late 70s. Those the animated robots. My brother and I always say, oh, this is the big robot. All right, we're going to Logan Airport. All right, next coming in, we have Virgin Atlantic coming in from London Heathrow. All right. Yeah, we got American heading to LAX, flight 529. All right, next taking off, we have a JetBlue heading to Phoenix, A321, flight 303. So we are at Logan International Airport. There it is. All right, next taking off, we have JetBlue heading to Atlanta. And flight 697 and A320. Also have it's like a NetJets coming in from London. It's like a Concorde landing. Okay, and we got JetBlue taking off. Heading to Atlanta. There it is. All right. It was going to be on this camera somewhere. Jeff, how you doing? Good evening. I'm sure I missed a bunch of people here. All right, next taking off, we have a Delta. Heading to LaGuardia, 5726, flight number E175. Oh, it's trying. It's not going to make the tower. All right. It was close. All right, we have a Delta coming in from Orlando, an A321. Next taking off is the JetBlue heading to Salt Lake City. See if we can get the lady here. Let's see what it says. All right. That's JetBlue. I think it was heading to Salt Lake City, I believe. Yeah, heading to Salt Lake City. An A220. Wow, the wind is gusting up here all of a sudden. Oh, man. Gonna lose my hat. All right, next taking off, we have a IAI Astra SPX heading to Hamilton. Sorry, I get the sun reflecting in my eyes. Oh, it made the tower. That's good. Next coming in is a Gulfstream, coming in from parts unknown. And we got a Delta taking off, heading to Reagan. Somewhere, there it is. All right, now we got a Cape Air heading to parts unknown. That's what's running down there now. We have Tyler Francisco donating a membership, gifted membership. And Michael Allen is the receiver of that membership. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So cool. The gifted memberships are awesome. People have a chance to see this stuff, different things. This membership, it's just so cool. Thank you so much. All right, we got the blue sky. We don't want to see that. Got a Cape Air taking off to parts unknown, and we have a JetBlue coming in from Fort Myers. Next we got a Delta down there. I see a big plane looks like coming in. We'll see what it is. Yes, it's a UPS coming in from Louisville. And taking off next we have a Delta. I was looking to see if I had the wrong configuration here. Yeah, all these planes are showing ghost planes on the system. There we go. All right, we have a Delta taking off heading to Savannah in E-175. But we also have that UPS coming in. I might hit the UPS. We get this Delta here. Oh, could clear the tower. All right, it's got my respect. It clears the tower. That's awesome. Oh yeah, it's got the tower. Not many are doing that. Way over the tower. No problem at all. And is that UPS a A306? Taking off, we have Delta heading to Minneapolis, 737-900, flight 1098. Just about golden hour here. Should see some great views tonight. All right, next taking off is Delta heading to Indianapolis, flight 5616 E-175. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Yeah, it's pretty cool up here. I'm liking this already. There's that Delta in Indianapolis. Next coming in, we have an exec jet. That jet's coming in from Dulles. Unless they've changed runways again. I see no one else going out there. Oh, there's a Delta going out there now. The way the wind is gusting, they can't change runways, I don't think. There is a Delta heading out there. Look over here. Hope I can see it still. There it is. I see a little bit there. You can see the tail of an ETA. I think it's an A330 as well. That's going to be heading out. It'll be heading out of here. We got that Delta. Let me just double check here. Yeah, the ETA is a A330-900 heading back to Rome. Flight 615. I'm not sure if it's going to be heading out on 15 or is it actually going to come out and have some fun with the rest of the planes. Hope you guys are enjoying this, having some fun here. Got a ghost plane coming in. Not sure what that is. It's a Beech B200 Super King Air. We got, let me see where I can find it. UPS is heading to the back, and it goes just beyond the international. That's where the UPS gates are, if you want to call them that. Like I said, FedEx is on the right side of us. And we got Delta out there heading to Dallas-Fort Worth, an A319, flight 2305. Vincent, how you doing? Good evening. Hayden, how you doing? Good evening to you. What else we got here? We got B&S. Alex, what's up? I'm in the crow's nest tonight. There's this Delta A319. That's being paired with another Delta coming in. Let's go this one. All right, and we got, where is it here? I saw it here somewhere. Southwest, there's ETA. A3 3900 going back to Rome. Hey, thanks for hopping in here. See you later, Factory Whispers. Next coming in is a Delta coming from Atlanta, an A321. Got to check on that. I'll ask on the airlines. It was called California Wonders, I believe it's called. See if that's going to be heading out anytime soon. It should be pretty good. Oh, each is not a good. Yeah, it's be a great golden hour. The blue Ita won't really project the colors, and behind that's a Southwest, not really a golden hour plane. But we'll do what we can do. We got United Airlines coming in from Houston, landing on 2 to the left. Should be here shortly. There it is. Next plane taking off. That is not a blue color. It's going to be look pretty nice with the golden hour happening here. All right, get Ita out there lined up. It's just rolling. It's not waiting. It's just going. Heading back to Rome. All right. Next coming in is a Delta coming in from Philly, a Philly special, E175. Sad that I'm using this giant construction crane as a landmark to figure out where things are. So if we're still doing streams when the Terminal E parking garage is complete, 33L takeoff. So look, oh yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be really, really cool. All right, we got Southwest here taking off. And behind that, we have a Delta coming in from Tampa, 737-800, flight 1362. There it is. Terminal E parking garage. That'd be really cool for the 3.3s. Hopefully, you have views of everything else as well. Any idea how many, how tall it's going to be? How many stories? How many levels? We got Southwest here heading to Nashville. All right, next coming in is a Delta from Cancun. And we got the American out there. And we'll also have Boutique Air taking off, heading to Messina. Did I already miss it? There it is. Boutique Air, one of our friends. All right, I see a big plane coming in. That is Turkish Airlines coming in from Istanbul. Just going back here. Yeah, Itza is awesome. I love that blue color. Yeah, we had that Tampa coming in. Yeah, so cool. I think you saw it one time when you came up and visited one time. Same lens. All right, next taking off. We're going to get Turkish Air coming in. How's that sound? I'll see if we can get the American too. We'll follow the American while we can. Nah, yeah, a little bit. Might as well. Nah, sorry, there's the American taking off. Heading to Dallas-Fort Worth, but this has got my attention over here. Turkish Airlines coming in from Istanbul. All right, Turkish Airlines has made it. And it's going to disappear behind the buildings. We got JetBlue taking off, heading to Tampa, an A320. Getting some nice light, not bad. All right, we have Japan Airlines coming in from Tokyo, landing on 422 left. Big guys decided to come in at the same time. This is flight 8, 787-900. Our next taking off is American Airlines 737 heading to Miami. Just joining us, hit that like button if you're liking this view up here. It's beautiful. Seems weird to be Boston. Seems like more of a southern location. But if you stood out here and felt the cold wind blowing at you, you'd be like, yeah, this is definitely Boston. Next taking off is a Cape Air. Oh, I lost the plane. There it is. Heading to Nantucket. Wow, this wind is wicked up here. I love it. All right, another big plane on the horizon here. Oh, it looks like a big plane. It's just a A319 United Airways coming in from Newark. And we have this Bombardier Challenger. Heading to Beverly, 15 miles away from here. That's probably the shortest flight. Svetlana, how you doing? We got JetBlue coming in from... Oh, sorry, it's United from Newark. Sorry, that was the JetBlue. Svetlana, how you doing? Good evening. Carol Ann, how you doing? Thanks for subscribing. So cool. Oh, look at the water. That's so nice. We have Delta 757 heading to LAX. So we got Japan Airlines down here still trying to get over here to the international terminals. All right, next coming in, we have Delta coming in from New Orleans International Airport, Louis Armstrong. Oops. Flight number 1347, 737-900. I think in this lull of the action, I'll get my gloves on. All right. Hold on 1 second here. Didn't even have my headset back on. That's Delta taking off. That just when's going to Rome. And we have a Delta just landing, 757, coming in from St. Thomas. I thought I had seen a Delta over on the beside me here, but I didn't realize that was taking off on 15. Now we got PAL Airlines heading back out, heading to Halifax. Look behind me, there's a big plane flying behind me. What is that? Not the one I'm thinking of. All right, where are we here? I'm gonna get back to the program here. Just looking around, looking at different things here. Here's the sunset. That's behind us, unfortunately, though. But still cool. All right, we have Japan Airlines. And behind that, we have Turkish Airlines coming in. So Japan Airlines, behind that, we have Turkish Airlines. All right, next to do something, we have an American Airlines lined up, heading to Buffalo in E175. So both Japan Airlines and Turkish will be heading back to the international gate. We have an A220 JetBlue coming in from Raleigh, Durham. All right, they made it, and we have American going to Buffalo. Already in the air, wow, that jumped right up. That might clear the tower. Yeah, clear the tower, all right. All right, next taking off is American Airlines heading to LaGuardia in E175. And we have a FedEx coming in. Landing on 422 left. Let's go with the FedEx here. Bigger plane. All right. Yep, we had a couple of them today. We had London Heathrow. We had a PAL Airlines that's lining up out there. No, not PAL, not London Heathrow, sorry. Virgin Atlantic. We got PAL Airlines taking off, heading back to Halifax. Well, we had an American coming in from London Heathrow. We had Virgin Atlantic. There's a JetBlue comes in earlier. Heading back to Halifax. And we got a Delta coming in at A321 from Minneapolis. I'm going to turn my other camera real quick here. Just the sky looks pretty nice over there tonight. All right, we got there's Southwest taking off. Heading on to right. Where's it heading to? Chicago Midway. I'm wondering how the nighttime will be here. With being so far away from everything. We'll see how it goes. Oh, flying to Tokyo tomorrow. All right. All right, next taking off, we have a Delta heading to Salt Lake City. All right, next taking off is JetBlue heading to Denver in A220. And we have an American coming in. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. 737-800 coming in from Chicago. And JetBlue heading to Denver in A220. Whole bunch of planes out there now coming in. Next taking off, we have Air Canada heading to Montreal. MBTA is pretty good. Just got to make sure you know where you're going. but there's people around all over the place. You can ask anybody. They can tell you what train to get on, depending on where you're going, what's the best way to get there. So yeah, I've used it a bunch of times. My kids use it all the time. Here's Delta coming from Charleston, A220, flight 2785. All right, we have, is there Canada? Yes, Air Canada taking off, heading to Montreal. All right, next taking off is Delta, an A321neo, heading to Seattle. Yep, I was thinking that. I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking that. Next on me is Delta from Austin, A220, flight 1156. In an A321neo Delta taking off to Seattle, flight 324 on 4 right. All right, next taking off will be a Gulfstream, heading to parts unknown. We got Air Portugal backed up there, getting ready to head out. Next taking off is this Gulfstream, heading to parts unknown. Coming in is a JetBlue coming from Cancun, an A321. Here's that Gulfstream taking off. Parts unknown. All right, next to arrive, we have a JetBlue coming in from West Palm Beach, an A320, flight 2322. And we got Delta, flight 408, taking off to Las Vegas, an A321neo. What's that JetBlue there? We got the Vegas flight. Let's do the Vegas flight. They have hope until they return. Living on dreams and airplane pretzels right now. All right, out there now we have Delta. No, what is this one? Sorry. Yeah, Delta. connection going to Pittsburgh. He cleared the tower too. All right. Next taking off is Porter heading to Toronto. -8 lined up there. And then behind that we have Delta heading to Atlanta. 2464 at A321. Coming in, we have a UPS coming in from Ontario, a 767. That's just a cool view right there. We have Delta here heading to Atlanta, an A321. But coming in also we have Iceland Air, the toothpaste, coming in from Keflavik. I'm not going to make the buildings. All right, I'm going to Iceland Air then. All right, Iceland Air. Cool. So we have Air Portugal out there lining up. Bunch of planes coming in. Let's check them all out. A couple American Airlines. JetBlue. Delta. Another JetBlue. Delta. We got a whole bunch of planes coming in. Next to arrive will be American Airlines A321 coming in from LAX, flight 394. Hit that like button if you're hopping on here, playing around with us here today. William, how you doing? Hi from Perth, Australia. Good morning. I think it is now. Acela, how you doing? Farrah, I didn't see you. How you doing? I'll be up here for a while. Hold on 1 second here. Yep.
The wind swung from, it started out as basically a 180 heading magnetic, which is what we care about here.
Yep.
And that was when we were on the 2-2s. And we were doing a configuration that's, we call it 2722 lasso, which is we're landing 27 and landing 22 left. The 22 left arrivals, most of them will be landing to hold short of runway 27, which is why we can have them land at the same time.
Yep. Okay.
To do that, though, we have to have a headwind for 22 left. If it ever becomes a tailwind, we cannot do the land and hold short part of the operation.
Okay.
So the wind swung around. It came around and it came at one point. It got down, so it was doing 120 heading, which if you do the math, is just barely a little bit of a tailwind. to 22 left.
All
So
right.
at that point, we would have had to lose one of our landing runways. We still needed 2 landing runways for how many arrivals we had there projected out in the future. So swing it around to the 4s, can land 4 left, 4 right, and it's because it's a direct crosswind for them. It's just as bad for all the arrivals, and it's better for our departures, and we get 2 rival runways. Then once we got past that, the wind swung back around, and we didn't need 2 landing runways anymore. So now we're just landing 2
Over there. Thanks for that clarification, man. You're from up there, right? Yeah, I thought you were. I think you came by here one time before.
Well, it was over there.
I was over there, yeah. No spots available anywhere, so I had to come up here tonight. What's your name again?
Devin.
Devin? Mike. Nice to meet you.
You walking around?
Enjoy your walk, enjoy your break.
You were listening to me earlier.
I'm sure I was.
when we did the runway change, I was working arrivals to 4 left and then the departures off of 22 right when we went back to 22.
Okay, cool. All right, Devin, thank you. Have a great evening. Good luck. All right, we just had our local neighborhood ATC person come out here and explain the runway changes. Hope you guys were able to catch that. It was pretty cool to get that explanation. All right, we'll get back to the airplanes now. Let's see what we got going on here. We have, next taken up is a Delta heading to Cincinnati, E175, flight 5620. Yeah, you must have heard because I was driving in. It was using these runways. They switched them to 180 because they needed to have enough runways to support all the planes coming in. Here's Delta, all right. We have a JetBlue coming in from Denver. We got American Airlines lined up. A321. It came from Charlotte. We assume it's going back to Charlotte, according to the radar. Yeah, if you ever come up here and talk to me, I will. No, you get the attention for sure. No, it's so cool. I like seeing people just no matter where I am, they just bump in, and I got some stickers for you. I didn't give Devin a sticker. I should have given him some stickers here. But he's here all the time, so. What we're seeing here is every day. All right, next up again is a Delta coming in from Punta Cana. I am planning on being here Friday. I have to check on the weather. I'm up here and it's raining. I will not be here. Now check on the weather and see what it's going to be. Traffic looks okay, so no reason I wouldn't be here. All right, got that American heading out there. What else we got going on here? Let's see. We have, next coming in is a A321 JetBlue coming in from San Diego. Flight 6920. That American out there is going to be heading to Cincinnati in E175 3802. So check out my batteries here. All right, looking good. That was cool getting the explanation of all the why the runways all changed when the winds didn't really change too much, but they changed enough. There's that JetBlue, and pan over to the left here. See all the lights in the sky. All the inbound planes coming in. All right, we got a bunch out there now. Let's see what we got. We got an American out there. They're heading to Cincinnati. Behind that is, oh, it is the Philly Special, flight 1776. Next coming in is American Airlines coming in from JFK. And we have American flight 1776 heading to Philly. Philly Special. If you guys get a chance, check out Pensy Planes. Scott there, he's out of Philly. He'll go to Philly, Baltimore, to DC. He's not against going to any airport around the area. Definitely check him out. Yeah, Cece, if you're still on there, if you have his link, definitely throw it in the chat if you can. All right, next taking off, we have Southwest heading to Baltimore, Washington International. 737, flight 1255, and we have a Delta coming in from DC. All right, it's getting dark out here, but the camera seems to be working well. All right, we'll keep it going here. Is that Southwest heading to Baltimore, Washington International? Still looking for that Alaskan Airlines. Hope I didn't miss a takeoff. It's much easier when you're standing right next to it. Next coming in, we have a Delta. Looks like we have a Spirit leaving the alley there, so that should be heading out. It's a Delta coming in from Pittsburgh, E175, flight 5680. And we got a JetBlue taking off, heading to Fort Myers, and A220. Under the legs, all right. All right, next coming in, we have a Delta coming in from Indianapolis, flight 5809. There is a JetBlue, the Boston livery. Unless it's already here. Unless I already missed it. But I thought it was coming in the 7 o'clock hour. We'll see. I just lost my radar completely. Coming in Delta, coming in from Minneapolis. Next lining up is American Airlines, an A319 heading to Chicago. Actually, I think that American is actually having some issues, so they're going to actually park off to the side a little bit before they do anything. All right, who's coming in next? We have a United Airlines and a 737-800 coming in from Chicago. Flight 1755. Hey, Zygote, how you doing? Cece, how you doing? 300 likes. So cool. So awesome. That's great. All right. All right, what we got going on here next? We have American Airlines coming in from Charlotte, an A321. It's a special Allegheny retro livery. Should be able to see it here. It's not too dark yet. Hey, try radio. How you doing? I didn't see you in there. But here we got that special livery here. Let's get that. Hopefully we can make it out at nighttime here. All right. And behind the building. I just saw Spirit Airlines sneaking around the corner over here. I don't know where they're going. All right, next taking off, we have Delta. Heading to Cleveland, E175. I can see about 6 planes coming in for arrival. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications on if you're into that kind of thing. It's the best way you're going to find me out here. Especially a show like tonight on a Wednesday. I'm not usually out here on a Wednesday. I'm not really sure what night I'm usually out here. But it's always fun to come out here and just have some fun. All right, here's a Gulfstream coming in from parts unknown. that that's going to be an Air Canada from, I believe, Montreal. All right, we have American lined up on 22 right, heading to Chicago. Yeah, this guy's in today. Some should be here shortly. Oh, I turned the this down. That right? There we go. See what happens here. Sorry. Hey, where'd that plane go? It snuck away from me. There it is. All right, we have Air Canada coming in from Montreal. Oops. Boom. There we go. I'm a little confused here. I saw that Spirit Airlines heading to international terminals, do a U-turn. Now it's heading up on 15. Hey, what do I know? All right, next coming in is a JetBlue coming in from LAX, an A321, flight 6688. I think. Oh, there it is. Got Winthrop as a backdrop there in the background. Right, not bad. Beautiful night tonight. All right, that Spirit's heading out to 22 right to get out of here. All right, next coming in is a Delta coming in from Charlotte, an E175, flight 5630. Just gonna check out the map here real quick. We do have some. Then we have United Airlines from San Francisco, and then we have a FedEx from Memphis. And then we got a Delta, a couple other planes might cut in line, and then we have Lufthansa, a 350-900. So all kinds of fun's happening still. You know what time it is. Spirit Airlines out there now. Spirit Airlines here, heading to Fort Lauderdale, an A320. Line up on 22 right. right, we just had United Airlines coming in from San Francisco. It was coming in while we were watching the Spirit. And next to come in, we have a FedEx coming in. Let me see. Yeah, dead rigs, 100%. Thoughts and prayers. That was unbelievable. Yeah, just prayers to the pilots, their families, and everyone who got injured. That was crazy. So Yinsicle, how long? I'm going to become a popsicle pretty soon if I stay out too much longer. I'll be out there for a little bit longer, not too much longer though. It is a school night. Our next coming in is FedEx 767 300. Spectral Whispers, welcome back. I think we have an American Airlines lined up out here somewhere. We do. That's going to be heading to JFK. Flight number 4414. And if you look up here, we have... How many lights do we have up here now? Let's see. 1, 2, this third light here should be Lufthansa A350-900, as you can tell by the high beams. So that should be here shortly. All right, we have this American here, got clearance for takeoff. Clarence, Victor Vector. And this is heading to JFK. Oh, got away from me again. There it is. So this location is bittersweet. Great views, which I love. But I also like seeing the gate activity and the ramps and Cape Air and all that stuff too. So this is actually pretty cool tonight. This was the only option, and I think it worked out pretty well. Hope you guys are enjoying this. A lot more lights up here. The view. Right, next to arrive, we have a Delta 737-900 coming in from Detroit, flight 1707. Whoops, wrong one. Whoops. Nighttime Logan Lagoon. All right, where's that Delta? There it is. Oops, sorry, there we go. All right, next taking off is Delta heading to Nashville in E170. Don't see many of those here. Since JetBlue retired all theirs. All right, next to arrive we have Lufthansa, an A350-900 coming in from Munich. Oh, it turned the tie beams off. Cool. It's taking a while to get in here. Where's the gravel? There it is. All right. Let me check the radar here just to see what's coming in next. Boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum. All right, I think the next Spirit airline will be my last plane, coming in from Myrtle Beach. It's just turning on to final. We will be behind a A330 Aer Lingus, a biggie. There we go, we got some planes out there. One, two, a whole bunch of them out there. They got a little dot out there. I think that's the Spirit Airlines on the bottom there, making the turn. We got Hunan Airlines playing around out back. Next coming in is JetBlue, an A220 coming in from Daytona Beach. Guys, just joining, hit that like button. I'll probably be on for another maybe 6-7 planes arriving. Then I gotta pack up and head home. Hope you guys are enjoying this. This has been a great night. This was a location that I had looked at before, but never thought I'd stream from here. And tonight ended up being the only option. And when the runways changed to 2-2, that just made my night. That just, everything changed. It was so cool. We had ATC Devon come down to explain the runways, how they changed. On my way in, they were doing this configuration. Halfway in, they changed 180. And then during the show here, they changed again. It just happens. This is American Airlines coming in, the E175 coming in from Columbus. That plane got away from me again. The way I'm set up here tonight is a little bit different, so I have to walk over to my computer to check it out. I did see Hainan Airlines backing up. So I do have visibility to the, I go back over here to the Terminal E. You can see some of the plane, at least the tails and stuff. Like there's a cutter that's been here for a little bit. So I think like I said, I think I saw Hainan moving around out there. We'll see. All right, next coming in, we have United Airlines 737-900 coming in from Dulles. Not sure why no one's going out. We have Hainan lining up possibly on 15. Right, we'll see what happens with that. Sometimes you just have the light in the sky. It's like, is it really moving? Need to get the ground lights for perspective here. All right, that's United. So Hainan is on 15, but it is, let me see if I can find it. Oops. It's going down 15 to head out to the 22s. So we'll be out there shortly. There's Lufthansa passing in review in front of it. All right, next to arrive, United Airlines, an A321neo coming in from Denver. Wasn't sure how this would play out being this far away, but I'm liking it. All right, looks like we have American lining up on 22. Oh, sorry, Delta lining up on 22 left. This is going to be heading to Columbus. And we have Aer Lingus coming in from Dublin, A330-200. Next to arrive. Look at the Aer Lingus coming in. And I think Hainan will be the final flight getting out of here that I'll watch. So I think Spirit's next after Aer Lingus. A330-200 coming in from Dublin. All right, we got Hanan heading out there still. Check out the chat here, see what I've been missing here. Hey, thanks a lot. That's so nice of you to say. I'm loving it out here. This is so cool. Jeff, thanks so much. Yeah, it's really nice. Gonna get you out here sometime. Yep, this angle is a little different. A little different than what we're used to here. Definitely different than what I'm used to. All right, next coming in is Spirit Airlines. And you also have Hanan. Spirit Airlines coming in from Myrtle Beach. It's a Skittles livery. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. Hit that like button. Hope you enjoyed the show here. Different location, and I'm liking this location with this runway configuration. This is definitely an option for the future, for sure. Really, really cool. It's all different along the whole way here. There's some different spots, but this was literally the last spot that I could actually do something from. Out of all the garages and all the front row spots that were available. But we got Hanan here lining up. We'll get this takeoff. We got Skittles landing right next to it. So we'll get that as well, hopefully. And then we'll talk about wrapping up the show. Like I said, it is a school night. So this is us Skittles coming in. I'll get Hanan, see if we get Skittles real quick. So you actually see it from here. And I'll go back to Hanan taking off. So a little bit, you can see it. There we go, some lights there. All right, we got Hanan taking off. Heading to Brussels. All right, heading to Brussels. Checking to see if they'll turn that tail light off too. They probably do. All right, guys. There's Hanan right there. All right, we'll keep that on. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I had a great night here. It's good to see all the people in the chat. All the likes. We had over 300 likes last I heard. That was pretty cool. Does this show what it has here? I don't even know what we have for likes. Let me check and see what this says here. But on 363 likes. So cool. Awesome. Thank you so much, mods, as always. Thank you for hopping in here. I know you played a double life today, helping out Pensy Planes as well, which is great. But thank you guys so much. Everyone that joined us. This was just a one of my therapy sessions, I call it. Coming out here, having some fun. And I'll be back out here sometime soon, I'm sure. Hopefully Friday night. That'd be great, weather permitting. Definitely on Sunday with the A380s returning, which is the official sign of spring here at Logan Airport with the A380s return. That's like the flowers budding through the ground, the A380s flying in. So, getting a little elaborate with my hands here. But thanks so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Yeah, see you later. Bye.